Hello guys. So this right here is the Bose Acoustimass. I guess it's Bose Acoustimass 9, as it says there. I will be explaining today how to get into it. So, how to get into it is kind of, it's a dirty process. That is, if you don't know what you're up against. You're up against this lock right here. It is located towards the top. So you see this right here? Not there. It's gonna be up here. It's gonna be up here to the top. This right here is inside of it. Without the speakers. I took them out. I did not mean to make it so messy for myself, because I actually cut the wires. I should not have cut the wires, but I did. I'm gonna have to fix it later. So right here, this is the lock. As you can see, when the tab comes out, that's when you know that you're gonna be able to lift this piece off. So this right here is the top. So let's say this right here is the top. This here the tab is gonna come out. Down at the bottom, you're gonna have these ports, and you're gonna pry them off and push out. Okay, so you're just gonna push up and then push it and take it off. As far as I'm concerned, you do have to pry a bit. May even need 2 people. But yes, there is a very interesting lock. When it's like this and the tab's in, you cannot see it. Sure blocks this thing from proceeding upwards and over the ports. The ports look like this. Obviously, that's the ports. So right here we have media center, 9-pin media center. Oof, that makes me really angry because I do not have very many of those, obviously, because they were made just by Bose. Right here we do have a few ports for other speakers. Right there is there's the port for electricity. This right here is a massive transformer. And this is the amp. Now, one way that I figured out is to identify amps from the power supply and what's powering this entire woofer is, there's a lot of soldering, a lot of capacitance, and a lot of transformers. No, there's only one, and it's really big. But there's that. Okay, so and then over here we have some hot glue. And more capacitors. Would you look at that? So the capacitors are not what identifies them from different. What's really cool is, there's hot glue, so that's how you know. This right here, this being the Capuchin, the amp being the Capuchin of the entire system, means that you're gonna have, you're gonna have some really cool heat sinks that are hooked up to it, and it's just a really, really great design. So yeah, so that's their amp, and that right there is their power supply. Now, time to get into actually, I'll remind you real quick. These right here you must take off. It's just a reminder, just in case you didn't remember to take these off, or else you're gonna screw your switches over. You do not want to screw them over because they're actually quite needed. Control your bass and treble. So anyway, now that we figured out how to get in, and we figured out their systems right there, let's figure out these interesting speakers. So one thing is their nose, this is what I like to call them, their nose is a lot wider, sorta. It's not as small. And then this right here is smaller than most of them. So that's kind of interesting. Yes, as you can see, my terrible cutting job. I should not have done that. All right, and then right here is another one. So there's 2 in this guy, and the Bose Acoustimass 9. So check it out. This right here is what we got working inside of this Bose Acoustimass 9. Ugh. Sorry, all right, anyway. So this right here is a long pipe that goes all the way down to the front. These right here go also to the front, but they're just below this one. below both of the speakers, which is kind of interesting. It's a very interesting design. This right here was obviously, you know, it's more bio-friendly with their wood and their cardboard. Now modern day ones, you know, we go a little bit more. This right here is the Lifestyle 28. We have plastic bass hold-offs. So anyway, that doesn't matter really. I mean, so this right here was made when Bose. Actually, you know, both of them were made when Bose was around. AMR Bose was around. So anyway, prying at this right here is great. It's really easy prying this thing off. It's just this thing that has trouble coming off. So anyway, so yeah. And then if you're wondering, sorry, I just have to enter this into the conversation because this right here is the modern amp. What do you think about this? It's very kind of, it's different from this and this. It's just, it's very small. I'm gonna go into this amp later, along with the video about the Bose Lifestyle 28. It's really quite cool in here. Some people show how to, you know, like check to see if they're alive or not and acting. I'm not gonna be checking that, though I do know how to. This right here is 9-pin. In comparison to this one right here, that is, well, I don't know how many pins are on there. Probably like 30. Looks like a 30. Anyway, so thank you guys. I hope you guys thought this was cool. I definitely did. It was very, very cool to see these guys aligned up in here. Now, I have another video that shows them in there still plugged in. That was back when I probably should have thought, I'll stick in a long magnet, you know, extender thing to take out all the screws that I lost in there. So anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this. It really is quite a unique design by AMR Bose. And as time goes on, actually, you know, it gets a lot more smaller and modern because obviously we're getting somewhere. So thank you guys. This right here is the Bose Acoustimass 9. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you know how to get into it now. And hope that you guys do not have as messy of a job as I do. And with that, I leave this video with Bose Rocks. It's really awesome. And this actually will make your house shake. I do have an entire system set up. And it is perfect. You guys definitely will be satisfied with just this old, you know, old thing. So thank you.